Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper the Friendly Ghost. So let's just dive in and let's start off with the holders statistics. So we are now at about roughly 101,000. We are up about only 2% or so in the 24-hour span. Price is up about 5.72%. We're sitting at about roughly just under 4 cents. We have been watching the price action very closely within this market. For those not aware, I have a very, very simple outlook on the Casper chart. So this is on the macro. This is on the 1 month time frame. So one thing that I would love to note here is we want a significant break over 4 cents. Candle wicks are fine, but we need a major breakout above 4 cents. We need to see a lot more volume in. That way, we could see a major push above 4 cents. Until we actually see that happen, price action is going to still stay within this range. And by the way, just so everyone out there is very clear on what I've been looking at within Casper's price action, is anything between this range here is a good accumulation area. Most of my buys, to be fully transparent with you guys, are around the 2.5 cent zone. I was extremely lucky to be able to buy at 2.5 cents. I've outlined it many times over on my Twitter page. I've been very, very transparent with you guys. I've posted the buy orders, the buy targets, and the full-on completed buy orders as well. I've made sure to tell you guys ahead of time when I was buying as well. That way you guys could follow along. But nonetheless, I am very transparent with the fact that like this down here is a great average in area. As we look at the overall price action going forward, I am expecting $1 plus to be targeted eventually. When we look at where $1 would put us in terms of gains, it is roughly about 24x from our resistance area here. From our current price action, it's roughly about like a 25x, and off of those lows down here, about like 2.5 cents, like a 36x opportunity run. Now, could we go much higher? Yeah, sure, and I'm probably even expecting it, but I'm buying Casper like it's only going to $1. That way, when we do hit $1, I feel very confident about my investment, and guess what? I could sell a lot of my Casper and still hold a significant bag for the next, bull run. But as we really kind of look at Casper and as we look at the levels going forward, I'm just really kind of just focused on resistance. We start to see a lot of altcoins breaking out. In fact, HBAR has been one that started to have that major breakout opportunity. There's also been many other ones. I think it was like Q&T. Q&T broke out a little bit. And I know that the 1 month chart looks crazy. So let's actually go back down to like the 3-day chart. A lot of these altcoins look very similar off of their bottoms back in December. They're starting to break out pretty nice. But yeah, it's only a matter of time, in my opinion. It's just like, is Casper going to catch up, in my opinion? Yeah, I do believe that Casper will eventually catch up. I think a lot of these altcoins are really kind of just ranging. Casper did have bullish divergence on the RSI as well, so I'm expecting a breakout eventually. But also, minus price action. Let's talk fundamentals. So IPW, you guys know IPW has been the spotlight, use case. It's been really the only major one that we focus on because they are in direct linkage with Hyperledger as well. And we all know that Hyperledger Fabric is it's one of the biggest enterprise grade technology providers in crypto. But we've been focused on IPW for so long because what IPW is doing with Casper is something very special. And actually, we have here a major announcement. History has been made. History has been made quite a bit in the last couple days, to be completely fair with you guys. But IPW's Lian M. Pinto announced the deployment of 25 million patent NFTs on the Casper blockchain, the largest enterprise blockchain deployment ever. And here's the video reference real quick.
to join us here on stage as they take a look at the largest enterprise blockchain deployment in history. In fact, minting over 25 million patent NFTs on Casper. Join me in welcoming Leanne Pinto, president of IPWE, Meta Parlikar, co-founder and CTO of Casper Labs, our lovely host for this week, and Daniela Barbosa, general manager for blockchain and identity at Hyperledger, as well as executive director for the Linux Foundation. Let's give them a very warm welcome.
So yeah, that was the announcement. I'm not going to let the video play throughout because, I mean, as you guys do see, like this entire area here would be like 8 minutes, but this is still very exciting. And this has been one of the most exciting use cases so far with Casper. Remember, right? Those NFTs and smart contracts on Casper are a big game changer. Shout out to Kevin Cage. We do see upgradable deployments, NFT/smart contracts. Enterprises need large batches of NFTs. Casper can handle it. Just a matter of time before Casper is a household name. And yeah, I mean, like we are just waiting for Casper to kind of just catch up to the rest of the market. You got to remember, Casper came out and launched at a very rough time. In fact, I would argue that Casper never even seen a bull run. You could say that the 24-cent, 25-cent price action that we seen back in like November of 2021 was the bull run for Casper, but we all know that that was just, I don't want to say that the price action was lame or anything like that. I'm just saying like it was a late runner to the bull run. So when we look at what Casper's doing and when we look at what the market will eventually sort of do with Casper is we'll get the market to catch up with Casper once we start to see live use cases like Hedera, like HBAR just recently, just shocked everyone overnight with incredible network usage from enterprise grade customers, and the TPS were just skyrocketing, and I do believe that Casper will get there as well. It's only a matter of time, and I do believe that enterprise is going to be the big focus point. Recently, an announcement back in the beginning of January, or like the middle of January, I should say, 90% of businesses adopting blockchain technology. And yeah, we actually see that many enterprise-grade areas and companies, etc., are focused on increasing their investment and the adoption of blockchain technology this year. And it's a significant number. Nearly 90% of the businesses surveyed reported deploying blockchain technology in some capacity, with 87% saying they plan to invest in blockchain in the next year, 2023. And this is something very, very interesting. Again, it's only a matter of time before we start to see mass adoption from the enterprise grade sector. We've always focused on this with Hedera. We always focus on it with the enterprise grade focused projects. See, that's the thing about Casper also that's kind of annoying for most out there is just like the lack of updates. I want you guys to realize that at one point in time, Hedera was also like that. It's the fact that NDAs are in place, right? You have NDAs that are holding these companies back from announcing anything because these are big enterprise grade clients that are really just waiting to have that announcement go fully live. So there's probably a lot of NDAs in the background. There's a lot of things waiting to be announced. And that still gets me very excited because, at some point in time, we know that announcements will happen. We know that building is happening right now. And I'm very, very bullish for the future. And we do see over here, retweet Casper Labs as we gear up for an incredible few days at Blockchain Hub Davos. We want to take a moment to thank all of our event sponsors. Now, this was the recent event sponsors. You can see all of them here. Some of these are the biggest names around DeFi, around finance. I mean, just to give you guys a quick insight, you have State Street there. You have KPMG. Hyperledger Foundation, of course. You have Siemens, Citi as well. AWS, we already know about AWS. We know about IBM. And there's just so many other names here that are huge names around finance. And here is a little bit of an update from 2022 to 2023. So we're starting to see big changes happening. Now, these are not like major partners of Casper or anything like that. But these are the names of the companies and the big organizations that were there during the meeting understanding and realizing the value created by, again, Casper and the technology behind Casper. So why wouldn't they realize the value and see the value behind some of these names like Casper? See, what I always look at is when you have these names in the same room, you're going to have those individuals that are focused on technology that are sitting there and, you know, just thinking to themselves the possibilities and the potential of adopting this type of technology and what it could do to their business workflows and things like that. So again, incredible insight here, incredible, you know, just change from the first edition to the second. And it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, until we start to see more and more events like this with a lot more and more clientele from some of the bigger names out there. I mean, like, some of these are like the biggest names out there, but I'm very, very excited for the future. And also, I do want to share with you guys a quick video as well. This is from the X Frontier. This is from Amir Casper. We do see Casper contracts will be a game changer for all industries: art, healthcare, finance, education, supply chain, government, plus more. With 20 plus years of software and blockchain management experience, CTO Medha Parlekar knows what enterprises need: a turnkey solution that offers security, control perimeters, scalability, upgradability. Casper unique architecture makes it the only blockchain to offer on-chain package management, upgradability, no need to know or write code, multiple modalities, build with many SDKs and libraries, highly configurable, and the future is very bright. And listen closely to this video.
You don't just push the contract onto the blockchain, right? You actually install it. And it's a slight difference because when you install SCEP78, you can configure it. And this is much, much more like traditional software, right? Casper contracts function much, much more like traditional non-blockchain software. And so what does that mean when you say you configure it? Well, when you perform the transaction to set up SCEP78 on the Casper blockchain, you can define what kind of modalities it has. Like, what is the mode in which this CEP78 contract is going to function? Is it going to allow for transferable tokens or not? Is it going to allow for mutable metadata or not? Does it support digital content or a physical asset? Who has the authority to mint? Is it centrally controlled or is it decentralized, meaning can anyone mint? The beautiful thing about this is it's all no code, right? You don't need to write Rust code to configure your contract. You can just specify it at the command line. So last week we did a demonstration of using the Python SDK with a no-code option where you take, you know, if you choose to trust Casper Labs, you can take the WASM that we give you, and you can use the Python SDK to go ahead and start creating NFT contracts, and you can mint them. And then you can install the contract, you can mint NFTs, and then you can perform functions on those NFTs using the Python SDK, and you don't have to work with any Rust, right? And so this is the pattern we're going to follow with all of our future contracts. We're going to do the same thing for fungible tokens. We're going to do the same thing for DAOs. So if you want to build the DAO, you don't have to understand all of the intricacies of the DAO. You can just configure your DAO and deploy it to Casper, and now you've got a functioning DAO contract on Casper. And this is unique to Casper contracts. And as we upgrade these contracts, you can upgrade your contracts, and we'll provide the upgrade capability, the upgrade WASM, to allow you to upgrade your contracts from version 1.0 to 1.1, right? So these are the benefits of working with SCEP78, and you won't get this on Ethereum, right?
And, you know, this is one thing that I've always focused on as well. I love the fact that she actually brings up Ethereum, because when we look at Ethereum and we look at the future of enterprise, you know, I think that for the most part, Ethereum has paved the way for networks like Casper to really kind of take over, because Ethereum, again, it's old age tech. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. You know, enterprises, they want the features that Casper's offering, and Ethereum just does not offer that. So when we look at the future of this space, you know, what's going to be the next leading technology providers around the space? Is it going to be Ethereum? Is it going to be, you know, this, that? It's going to be these utility grade tokens. Like Hedera is a perfect example, right? Because Hedera is catering to the enterprise grade clientele, very similar to what Casper's doing as well here. These are going to be the networks that succeed long term. These are going to be the networks that usurp a ton of demand from names like Ethereum. And a lot of people right now question it. A lot of people right now are just like, they can't believe it. But give it some time and understand where things are headed. Technologically, as an enterprise grade client, I would be looking at who's going to offer me the best efficiencies, who's going to future proof my business model, and who is going to give me the best opportunity around this technology. It's not going to be Ethereum. No. It's going to be new age networks like Casper. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because I'm on free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. So I hope that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.